Hi. So everyone can hear me pretty clear. Mic mode, voice recognition. So hi, hello, hi. Hope you're doing fine. Okay, everything is clear. I hope so. Not sure, but hope so. Okay, let me turn off all my filters. You know what? Never mind. So why are we here? Yesterday I didn't stream because I was actually really sick and had a long day yesterday. Had to go to some places, do some like government stuffs that I had to do. You just do what you have to do sometimes. So yesterday I thought I would skip. I shouldn't have, but I did it anyways. I skipped. So that was yesterday. That's how yesterday went. I shouldn't have skipped, but yesterday how to was really start by blocking YouTube shorts because YouTube shorts are such a disgrace to humanity. It's not worth it. And there are issues with this Chrome extensions are most probably there will be some kind of spyware. Not sure, you know, you can't be actually sure, but you block access to. So you'll just use you block to block stuffs and these kind of things. News and stuff. I don't need news. So if I want to watch news, I'll watch news. I don't want anything to recommend me. I don't want to be what do you see? I don't want something to tell me what to do, I don't want to do things as a person. You have brain to think. I think these AI and these algorithms are making you really stupid nowadays because you get it. Like, it will do everything for you. You just have to sit there. It decides what you should buy. It decides what you should study. It decides how you should do things. It decides what you should eat, the time you sleep. You can figure these things out. You don't need an Apple Watch to tell you your if you had best sleep of your life. You don't need to optimize these things. You don't need to optimize having food. People call it dieting. You don't need to diet. You should just eat good food. You don't eat crap because it gives you some pleasure. You don't eat poison because it feels good. You don't do that. I can't wrap my head around these things. I have I ate KFC for once and never went back. That too when I was a kid. I didn't know these kind of things exist. I didn't know other humans would feel poison because they want to make some money. That doesn't make any sense. That's why I wanted to be a hacker. When I say hacker means a different meaning. Hacking has a lot of meaning, and the people, the word hacker itself, they just gave pretty stupid meaning to it, by the movies and stuff. It's that basically called crackers. If you read like some, I'll link some essay below this video if I can find it. So you can read about hacker culture and stuff and how early hackers were formed and what are hackers, what are crackers. There are a lot of different categories inside this hacking culture. Hacking means building something up, just putting something, throwing something quickly and building something, in a hacky way. But it still works. But hacking means what can I say? Hacking is a philosophy. Hackers are like more like people who wants to fight back, people who don't like a system, people who don't like to follow rules that are imposed by others. If you think about it, maybe you might think that I'm just ranting, I'm just seeing stupid things on camera, but just think about this. You don't need to uh, follow this government. You don't. You don't need to. You're never meant to do these things. You're never meant to go to school, but you are going anyway. You're not meant to go to where college. You're not meant to do that, but you are doing it anyways. People existed, and people before us were actually ahead of time. Like actually, they were really smart because there's no other option, right? They were actually they actually built pyramid. Like if you think about it, it's not an easy task. They figured out a way to communicate with other people, and it's a lot of it's a huge achievement for humanity. It's the early days, and there are some bad things that happen in the early days, but still, what we are doing right now, what we whatever the capitalist crap, whatever that's happening right now is not it's not good. It's not how it's supposed to be done. If you follow news, if you follow people, if you follow certain people, you're wired to become one or the other, the left or the right, nothing in the middle. But there is a middle ground. But the middle ground is like a third thing. It's not actually a middle ground. And those kind of people are called hackers. Like that's actually my definition, like, my crappy definition. If you want to take it, you can. Otherwise, do whatever you want. Your wish, your life, your choices. But fine. So I think that those are the type of people that what I call hackers because let's just I'll give you an example. Like the founder of Reddit, co-founder of Reddit, actually he stole some books from MIT and published it online. Why did he do that? Like what's the point of doing it? We'll call him like, one of the greatest hackers. But why did he do it? Like to send uh, it shouldn't he said that education or knowledge shouldn't be pivot, right? Knowledge shouldn't be something that I can attain if I pay 400K or 100K to some institution, right? And education is one of the most profitable business on the planet because they're not getting taxed, right? Hacking is hacking feels like you are stuck in an alien planet. You are trying to figure out ways to attain freedom, to something good for the people, not just just I don't know how to explain it. And I won't call myself a hacker. I haven't reached that state, I guess. I think I'm just a guy who's ranting and learning C programming. And that's how hackers are built by learning C, by doing something for a long time. And that's it. Very block also. Filter list. This is social media, anti-Facebook, ad card, social media, annoyances. change that. I don't want youtube.com/.
This is the quietest room, and this is the loudest.
Paste the link and add a star. That's it. This is how we add filters, I guess. I'm not sure. Source code is actually available on GitHub. Let's just we should be contributing to these kind of things. Shell Python, run on Python. Copy government files, make clean and maintain no sandbox. I think it's written in JavaScript. 1p filter, 3p filter about JS. I think I should. What if we add a button here? Like, what if we? It's an open source thing anyways. So, what if we do this? Let's do this. Leave this thing. YouTube Shorts links. Wait. I can do this. I can't see any thumbnail, but I think it's fine. That's fine. Not really fine, but it's okay. I can't see shorts, so it's fine. Can we take off this please? Whatever. this filter list. What if there was a list called YouTube Shorts? Just look. Things. The thing is that I don't want to program in C to be honest. I don't want to do it. I don't know why. I just don't want to do it. But I'm gonna do it anyways because this is what friction feels like. It's just simply inputs. That's how things are. People say that you should do things that feels like play to you, feels like science play to you. And it's not people, it's said by Nabal, if you don't know. This is the guy, great guy. Whatever. He said that you should do something that feels like play to you, right? So coding is kind of like a play to me. That's why I've been doing this. Right? It's a play to me. I like doing it. But the thing is that even if imagine you're playing basketball, right? And you're good at it, you're moderately good at it, and you don't want to go beyond that. You are in a comfort zone. You just want to sit there, enjoy the things, enjoy being moderately good or slightly good. Enjoy being knowing how to dribble or something. You know things. You're at a point where you can do a clean pass with a few tries. You can put the ball inside the net or something. What we call the thing. If you're playing basketball, you know you're at that point. But with that thing, with that knowledge or with that playing style, you don't get anywhere in life, right? You get anywhere in basketball, not life. Get anywhere in basketball. You can't. Maybe with luck you might get in some competition, but you won't win, right? You have to practice your ass off. You have to practice like there's no tomorrow, right? You have to do it. You have to do something. And if you don't like it, maybe your teacher would tell you, maybe your coach would tell you to do certain drills or come to practice at 5. You don't want to do it. Like you're not ready. You're slightly good. You know that. You just want to be in that space, in that stage. And getting past that stage is hard. It's really hard. And that's what I'm here to do. I'm at a stage where if you tell me to build some software, probably I can build a crappy version of it, but can it scale or can it actually function? Can it? The code is ugly. It doesn't work properly. There are a lot of issues. I'm in that comfortable state. I know things, but I don't know enough. That's the issue. I don't know enough to see that. Let's just say if you're a basketball player, right? You saw players in the man's hall. Watching his game, he's good. Like, he's actually really good. Not some crappy, slightly moderate. He's good. I'm not at that stage. So I can't sleep if I know that I'm not actually doing good. That's something that I should be doing. I should be good at this. I should be excellent in coding. And I actually believe that I just have to put in some work, put in some effort. If I do it for consistent, consistently for a while, I'll get there. But I have severe ADHD, so I'm not using it as an excuse, but I have ADHD, severe ADHD. All of these things just makes my story hero's journey, the hero's story, we call it hero story because imagine Batman without his abilities. Imagine Batman without pain. Imagine Batman without support. He won't exist. You know. Imagine Batman without his father and mother dying. I think it'd be that man. It'd be some rich kid, spoiled rich kid. That's it. So I feel like this is what I should with ADHD and with the like you know I'm at a stage. I feel like I have a talent, and that's my issue. I abuse it. Knowing that I have talent, I abuse it. I can pick up things pretty quickly, but that's where the issue is. If I don't have this ability to learn things pretty quickly, I wouldn't be doing this. I would be my ass would be in this chair for a long time. I would have done this earlier, but I didn't because I know that I can't do things. So I'll just do it. I'll just tell myself that I'll do it some other time. That's what's been happening. So that's the issue. That's what we want to fix. That's what I'm here trying to fix. Why do we do this? Like, what's the point? What, what's the point of me talking and shit, right? And first thing is that not accountability. Not some stupid accountability that it Discord servers. No, and don't actually accountability about. If I go to my YouTube, I know how I know how stupid I am, or I know how not stupid. I know how not disciplined or not consistent I am. And if I am being consistent, I know where I will be. I can see the progress with my eyes. I can feel it. And people are watching my streams. Few people I know, people I don't. But still watching. So I'm getting some sort of you know dopamine from that too. But first thing is accountability, and second thing, I want my heroes journey to be documented. If I became, I know I'll become a proper developer slash hackers one day. So I want this whole thing to be documented to myself, to other people that this can be done. It's not about being the top one person who studies at Harvard or IITs. It's not for those people. It's for people who has will to do it and if in mind to follow through. I just want this to be a testimony. I the, the thing that the reason that I really want to put is that I want to make my life better. I want to be a better person. It's not about the money. If it was about the money, I would have gone with Node.js. I would have learned. I know React. I would have gone with Node.js. I already know React. Like learn some industry standards about React and build some stupid products. There I go. I get a job. I made nearly 50K Indian rupees when I was in my high school and I was doing my 12th grade. I could have gotten more money if I called a few businesses and pitched them. I do it. I had a friend with me too, right? So even though he was the salesman and I was the one building it. So it, if I wanted money, I'm not done. If I wanted money, I would have stayed in the market, right? I don't want money. I want something good. I want to be a better person. I want to be a person where I want to be a person who can, who's in a state of zen, who's in a state of constant improvement, not just not running towards money. It's made by the system. It's made to track you down. It's made to keep you in check, keep in a boundary. You don't realize you are in a jail, but you are actually in a jail. You don't actually realize it. That's the game that they're playing. You think these people are important. You think whatever they are telling you is important, but are they important? Just think about it. The people that you listen to, are they actually important? You only have one life. Most probably you will live till 70s. Then most probably you spend most of your time sleeping. Rest of the time you want to spend listening to these people like, telling you what to do. And just you send your kids to war so that they could make some money off of it. Is that what do you want? That's not what I want. And that's the thing about life that I fucked up a lot. I have fucked up a lot. I've done some bad things. Not in this really, really bad way, but stupid things in my life as a teenager. That's how I learned about these things. That's how I got into spirituality and philosophy because I had no other way out. I had great existential crisis, great, really stupid existential crisis. Like I can't. I felt like I wasn't supposed to be born, but later realized I'm supposed to be here at home in this time, frame, and I'm supposed to do something. And if you ask me what's the meaning of life, I don't think there is actually a meaning. I think whatever meaning that you give is what the meaning of life is. If people would have figured out what the meaning of life is, uh, they are probably when they're dead, they're probably left their body right now. Those are the people only know what the meaning of life is because they already lived it and they could tell us what's the meaning of life, right? But I think meaning of life depends on people. Maybe your meaning of life would be it's too philosophical to get into it. And I think it's supposed to be personal, but I'm not sure. You can't ask anyone to diet. Those are the people who really know what it's supposed to live the life, right? Yeah, or it doesn't mean anything. We can't. That's life. I think I think that's what makes it beautiful. You don't know what you're doing, but you're still curious. You're still chasing yourself, not chasing yourself, searching for answers that you don't know, that you probably will get after a few years, but you're still searching. I think that's what life is. Searching for answers, whatever that is. But what's happening now is that some people are telling you what your meaning of life is, what life should be. Get a job, make money, make enough money to send your kid to college and have crappy food, so stuff at fast food restaurant. Because you can't afford anything, you can't afford real food. So you have to eat from this restaurants. That's feeding it nonsense. That's that's not actually that's not actually what's supposed to be done. You don't need help. You think you don't need someone to tell you what you already do. Like me, I know what to do. I know what to do. I read a scripture today. I didn't read it, I heard it. My dad was reading it. And it said, and it goes like this. It said, the whole thing goes like this. This is what I heard. I do things that I don't want to do. And that's the only line that struck me. I do things that I don't want to do. I don't do things that I want to do. If you think about it, that's deep. That's how life is. I think that's a part of life. Learning how to overcome these things. Learning how to control yourself in this world where other people control you. Feels like you're in control, but are you actually? That's old magician's trick or something. Feel like you're in control. It feels like let me tell you something interesting. So there's this thing on search. They teach you stuff, teach you scripture. So my teacher said that God gave us free will, right? And you have you can make your own choices, right? He said. And I asked, I was really young. I didn't know better. I asked him, if you're given choices, right? That's not actually free will. He was like, "Oh, what the fuck are you saying?" I said, if you're given choices, if I gave you choice between two chocolates, you're not actually choosing. You're not actually. You think that you're choosing. I make you think that you're choosing, but I chose these two chocolates. I'm giving you options. You're choosing one from it. So it's not like from your perspective, you're choosing something. You have complete freedom when you're but are you actually choosing? Is that actually free will? I asked him and he gave me no answer. I searched, I started searching, started reading scriptures, got into the whole lore of Christianity. And after after few research and after few months, I wanted to go live in a mountain. I wanted to go out of my house, leave everything behind, take my crappy computer and just leave and live in a mountain because you get it. Like it's not a pleasant experience. You think philosophers are crazy because they're not. Maybe you're crazy. You think it's normal. Will tell you that it's normal. It's normal to have depression. It's normal to what's what. It's normal to masturbate. It's normal not to pray. It's normal not to go to church. You know what? Going to church is a different type of it's praying or being spiritual. You're spiritual. You crack. You're a sucker. Something like that. Every do warrior has a philosophy, has something to follow. You don't have anything to follow. Other people will tell you what to do. It's something such. I planted bullshit for too long. Not bullshit, but you get it. That's not why you're here. You're here for programming. So whatever. If you want to take these things in, you can. Otherwise, just ignore me. That's all I have to tell you. Let's learn. Let's learn. Let's go. We finished type conversion. No, we didn't finish type conversions. We finished this exercise. So let's go. Type conversions. When an operator, let's just stop the music. I don't need music. And an operator has operands of different types. They are converted to a common type according to a small number of rules. In general, the only automatic conversions are those convert in narrower operand into a wider operand without losing information, such as converting integer into floating point in an expression like f plus I. Expressions that don't make sense, like using a float as a subscript are disallowed. But expressions that might lose information, like assigning a longer integer type to a longer integer type to a shorter, yeah, or floating point type to an integer, may draw a warning, but they're not illegal. Char is just a small, uh, small integer. So char is may be freely used. in arithmetic expressions. This permits considerable flexibility in certain kinds of character transformations. One is by example one is exemplified by native implementation of function ATOI. Have no idea what it is. It converts a string of digits into numeric equivalent. What does ATOI do? Converts a string. I was reverse engineering check to write the Shazam code from scratch. Whatever. We'll do that sometime. CD plus CD documents. Yeah, CD CS scratch clear plus equivalence. CD clear plus CD will go to chapter. We'll move this says to one to chapter two. Fine, fuck up. In the chapters to so yeah, there we have it. And we'll start with the ATOI. It converts a string of digits into numeric equivalent. So let's see what it does. ATOI converts S to an integer, string to an integer. Int ATOI char S. Int I and then when is equal to 0 for I is equal to 0 as of I greater than equal to 0 or character 0. If I greater than equal to 9. No, it's not a character, it's actually numeric value. So plus plus I. So n into n is equal to 10 into n plus s of I minus 0. But know how this works. Let's start. S of I gives the numeric value of the character sorted in s of I. The values 0 to 1, etc. From contiguous increasing sequence. From the sum of char to int conversion is the function lower, which maps a single character to lost keys of ASCII characters. And if a character is not uppercase letter, lower returns int lower and C. C is greater than or equal to A and C is less than or equal to set. Turn C plus works by ASCII because corresponding uppercase and lowercase letters are fixed. Fixed distance apart and numeric value each alphabet is contiguous. There is nothing but letters between A and Z. This matter, this latter observation is not true of the ABCDIC characters at however so this code would convert more than just letters in ABCDIC. Let's just run this 801. Okay, we'll only code for very few minutes. We'll do this book for 40 minutes or maybe an hour. That's it. This is how long? 18 minutes. That's fine. We even get up. Get it down. C is equal to slash one is equal to zero. And what else should it does delete those. And we can actually I think we can actually call this all of it right here, right? Yeah. This is not how we do it. You don't need this. Just call a function right here, right? And put it in carrots. Capital. So nothing else. Passing an argument parameters. N is equal to 0. It has two variables. If it has two variables, there's one variable. What is iterating the one thing? So for I is equal to 0, S of I greater than or equal to 0, and S of I less than or equal to 9. So if any of these conditions are true, then I it should be greater than or equal to 0. And if it is less than 0, fine. I plus plus then n is equal to 10 into n plus s of I minus 0. It is equal to 9. Fine. We are passing an in here. Wants a character. So x will be what should s of x should be? Should be plus x. So that's x. C is equal to slash n. What should we do? C is equal to slash n. X is equal to C. Do that. Y is equal to C. Okay. So let's see what happens. Two errors generated. What happens? And use of x undeclared variable. Oh, I see. I might not see. Can go into visual mode. Email. Paste. I'll get the first two more errors. I single to ETI. Passing cache parameter type of cache that deconsists with take memory address. Is an ODF TI function is about cache. It's taking an array, right? Giving an array. Instead of doing this like this, what if we just do X plus plus? This is better. We are passing in cache, right? Saying that it's we should pass the memory address. Pass a pointers. We're not passing a pointer. I think that's the issue. That should fix the issue. One energy. What view? Indirection requires pointer operand. Int invalid. You didn't do int. What is this then? What is this? Star S of X. Okay. What is that? I'm not getting. I understand this. Kind of. I don't know what I'm doing. I think this will solve the issue. Yeah. Now we have to go. In, Incomfortable pointer to integer confusion assigning caps and giving cat, right? Giving cat. Oh, okay. So it's no problem. So H is a heap structure object used and operated to get the pointers to the source. What am I supposed to? You know what? Let's just print. We're doing a lot of things. No, we don't need. Let's just take our time. Let's just print as always. We can print. And we just have to execute our input. Hello. Okay, fine. Works as expected. So, where my thoughts? You don't even need an X plus plus. Is that what you're saying? Because we're taking one character first. No, we are actually taking the whole array of characters. I think. How does that? S of X is supposed to print only one thing, and that should be the last letters. What if I try to do this? What if I try to do an X plus one or something? Let's see what happens. I don't need to do WK, I just going to do W. There's no x of 1 because x of 1 doesn't exist. What if we do x minus 1? If you do something like this, while 1, let's make sure that the loop runs endlessly. How do we print it backwards? Yes. X. No, s of x minus minus. Break one axis subworks. We should do this. Go into the show. Take this. Put it here. For doing anything. Resetting our account. It's not how we do it. To go to the show. Let's delete our thing. Get back to our insert mode. Restart that. Okay. Something have happened. No, whatever we broke just lost it. Go to the show mode again. When I go y, x is equal to 0. X is not equal to 0. X is not equal to 0. What should happen? X is not equal to 0. We should just in cache, should just print s of x. Y is equal to x. Do y minus minus. Why do we need to do this? We can just do this. See what happens. Okay. Not getting anything. Why? If this happens, this should happen, right? Yeah, nothing happens because things should happen. They're not doing this. Or we can just do this. not this, this. Okay, and we'll try that again. Nothing looks fine. What happened? Maybe just take our time. We just take our time and just print it out. Output cache. What if you do S of X? What if you do S of 0? Let's see what happens. Control 0. Okay, okay. Nothing happens. Why? C is this. Should immediately do this. S of 0. S of 0 is nothing. Why? We do S of 1. Fine, we get the last input. So an array starts from 0, but all image audio document processing is done on the device. Videos are converted on our line. Okay, fine, fine. Yes, well, thank you for the great film. I think similar to conversion important to want to process data from websites, commonly JSON and some spreadsheet. Converting CSV to JSON important to you as you may want. For example, to get spreadsheet data from your website, don't want to pass CSV. I would assume that we could vice versa version. So change the title from JSON to CSV. Is there a JSON to CSV option here? So ask them if JSON to CSV is where do docs that can you do it? Converting Calligra JSON parser. Nothing works. Error converting file Calligra. I think it exists. I'm talking. getting distracted. I'll just finish this thing and I'll just leave because you know I just wanted to I just want to show up today, that's it. This plus plus x. Okay. See, do accept minus minus. It x minus minus, nothing happens because let's just say hello is 1, 3, 4, 5. Reversing coming back from x. So it comes back from x. Should print out something. Let's just say we are doing hello itself. Wait. We do x plus 1. Yeah, x plus 1. And we see that come back here. Build the step from scratch. If I do H E, I get E because so the value of x currently is slash C, right? It's a null value. That's what I'm trying to access. Get it? I can't wrap my head around this problem. We'll get there. I'm getting there. I'm so close. So we're taking x plus 1. What does that mean? X plus 1. X plus 1 means what if we don't do it here? So if we are inputting h, what happens? While c is equal to find this executes and x is equal to whatever, we are taking x is equal to 0 currently, and we are taking h to 0, right? And x now becomes 1 because to increment this thing, and again this thing comes back, and this doesn't execute because C is not actually slash n. So if it's not slash n, what does it do? It comes here. It does execute our thing, and h is equal to h is equal to now e. Sorry, escape. It'll be e. So our C currently is E. We are typing E. So our current uh, uh, character is E, and E comes here, goes through this, and it's not. It passes all the checks, and this is C. C is supposed to be E. C has E. So our character currently is E, and it's placed in first. So it was x was 0. Now x became 1, and it's here, and we are placing x. We are placing on s of 0 would be s of 0 would be obviously hits, right? And s of 1 would be obviously be he, and it also increments, right? It also increments. That's what's happening. So it increments x, and x is now fed. So x currently is now actually 2. So if we go back, and it's a slash it. So we started printing x plus 1. So x is actually currently 3. No, 2. Add x plus 1. It is supposed to be 3. How is it printing 3? Doesn't make any sense because 3 is actually empty. Nothing knows why. What happened? 84 minutes. Forty-six. Not even coding for 40 minutes. Coding for an hour, and that's enough. And you would ask me if you're watching stream somehow, if you're someone super awesome, and if you're watching my stream, you'd be thinking, Alvin, what the fuck? I just watched this stream, and the only thing that you did was rant about something, and you coded something that doesn't work. Why did you do it? I just wanted to prove myself that I can make myself write code even when I don't want to write. So that's the whole point. And I proved my point. I'll come back tomorrow. I'll finish this thing. I'll do this stream from the morning for hours or something, and I'll do this thing. So that's it. This is what the few days is going to look like. 40 to 1 hour streams, or 40 to 1 hour cycles of coding. Then that's it. That's it for the day. and we'll eventually get there. If we keep doing it, we'll eventually get there. It's better than a 5 hour sprint of going through the book, finishing 10 pages, but then not doing, not coding for what, 2 weeks, then coming back, then no missing things. It's not worth it. It's not how. That's not how mastery works. That's not how you understand something. So that's the point. I wrote some code. Tomorrow I'm gonna write some more code. I mean, I'm not gonna fix this actually. It'll be 1 hour, 2 hours. That's it max. Tops. It's easy. My job right now is to make this thing as easy as possible. Get the food and the water. And once I get really comfortable getting the food, in the water, that's the only thing that I need to do. After that, I can jump in. I don't care. Can start swimming. Even if I don't. No, because I'm already in the water. You get it. So fine, fine. That's it. And thank you for watching. If you're watching, take care. Bye.